Hi, my name is Tania. I'm your inner soul guide and founder here at Musa Retreat and Spa, and I'm here to help you to get in touch with your soul. So today we are back here for another card reading for the week from September 20th to 26th, 2020. How was the last week for you guys? Do you get to celebrate where you are? Do you come with one thing that you can be grateful for? And hopefully you got to try out that meditation. I just did sort of like impromptu. It is the Great Braden's two-step meditation to connect the heart and mind. If you didn't get to try that out, it's something that you're interested, definitely go back to last week's video to check out that part when we did the meditation together. All right, so let's go to the oral heart tip of the week. And for this week, the tip is about the card message itself. So sometimes we have this burning question we have or maybe we have a lot of emotional investment or attachment with the question. And actually, the more emotionally attached we are to the outcome, the harder it is for ourselves to read the card by ourselves. So because we're just so emotionally invested, and there may be some kind of blind spots that we have. So if you're in that case where you have a burning question you want to ask, and you have no one to support you at that moment, but your card deck, you can still, go ahead with your card deck and pick your cards. But sometimes when you look at the card message, when you start to think too much, you feel like you keep on thinking or interpreting or analyzing the card message. That's where you just need to take a break and stop, because then everything starts to get into mind space, into trying to analyze everything. And the point of the card is to help us to actually get into our heart space. So, if that's the case happening, I would suggest you just give it a little break, or maybe you pick the card message and just allow the message to slowly unfold. Give it time to really kind of showcase the message in our life in different ways. There are subtle ways, or maybe even not then, get someone else to help you with the card reading, because new other people can always give us a new and fresh perspective that maybe we can't think of. Okay, so that is the card tip for this week, and we are going to get into our card reading. And now you see we have a new background, just a little bit change of scenery. We are here at I'm out the outside of the pavilion of Muse Flower, and today's just a nice sort of cloudy day, windy. Okay, so we are going to use this card deck this week, the Work Your Light card deck by Campbell. All right, and I am going to shuffle the card decks. I'm gonna ask, what is the card message that we need to know for this week for our highest good? Ooh, all right, so you check out this card. It's called Get Grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. All right, so this beautiful card, as you can see, the image also, it's a lady who is in meditation, connecting to the roots of the earth. So like this card said, this week is really about getting grounded. What does empaths or highly sensitives mean in this card? So we are all sensitive to different degrees, I believe. some people are more sensitive than others, but actually we are all sensitive to energies that are outside of us, sensitive to you can say everything's really energy, but you can say sensitive to the weather, sensitive to maybe you're introvert or extrovert, and the way how you're sensitive to different people's energies are different. So we are sensitive to some degree, and so it's very important, especially sometimes we do get tripped up by other people's energies. It's not intentional, or by the collective fear. So just talking about the pandemic and how much fear and anxiety sort of raised in each of us, for most of us anyway. And sometimes a friend of mine actually just reminded me, because I got a card reading for my own birthday just the past week by my friend Mabel, and she told me that sometimes I could pick up just the fear from the collective. Maybe it's not my own fear, but because I've picked that up, and I asked her this question, and she told me something that I already know, but it's a great reminder and kind of goes with my tip. That's what I said. Sometimes we just need someone else to tell us, you know, to reconfirm what we're thinking of, or just kind of give us a fresh perspective of things. Sometimes we're just so blindsided by our own fears or limited beliefs. So anyway, so she reminded me that, you know, if you find yourself keep on thinking, just thinking sort of like living in your headspace, you are picking up on the collective fear that's not your own. If it's something that for yourself, you know, you will feel that deeper knowing, something, a wisdom from your higher self or from your intuition, your soul, it's going to come from the heart space. So that was a really good reminder. And so this is also a reminder for all of you guys. So getting grounded, there are many ways you can do. Of course, a great way is just to get out in nature. And I think one of the blessing in disguise really in the pandemic is people going out to nature more now than before. Because there's just more space around and we're not sort of in a crowded space. So, you know, just getting out in nature if you can, walking barefoot, or, you know, swimming in the ocean. These are all great ways to ground yourselves, just get yourself grounded. You know, because sometimes it's, you know, we stay at home all the time, and it's funny. So like, you know, I'm also out this time. I'm not filming this in my room, but I'm filming out this outdoors because I just really want the fresh air as well. The card also, there's just this meditation that I always do with my guest. A quick and easy one to get grounded, and I thought maybe I'll share this with you as well now in this video. So again, just with meditation, please have your feet on the ground if possible. Where I'm sitting now is a little bit difficult, so I think what I'll do, I'll just sit cross-legged, but if you can have your, you know, feet on the ground, or you can sit cross-legged, or for this meditation, because it's grounding, maybe even standing up with both your feet firmly on the ground would be great. Lying down is also possible. Just with the visualization of this meditation, we're going to visualize ourselves as trees, so lying down might be a little bit difficult, but you can also try it out as well, no worries. Okay, so if you're like me, sitting cross-legged or just on a chair, you can just put your palms this time facing down. Actually, you can just experiment. Usually when we're kind of in the state we want to open and receive, palms facing up, but sometimes for myself anyway, when I feel like I really want to ground myself and just kind of almost like dropping into my body, I put my palms facing down. So you guys can try that out, see how that feels. So I'm going to put my palms facing down on my knees. Okay, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes now. And just take a deep breath in through your nose. And a deep breath out through your mouth. And again, breathing in with your nose. Long inhale. And a long exhale. Breathing out almost like a sigh as you're letting go of the daily stress, the worries, the to-do list, all the thoughts. And again, breathing in through your nose one more time. And as you breathe out, again, a long exhale with your mouth. Very good. Now keeping your eyes closed, I'm going to ask you to imagine yourself at this big and beautiful tree. This big and beautiful and sturdy tree, a very strong tree. And underneath your feet, or your bottom of your spine, I want you to imagine you have invisible tree roots going underneath your feet or the bottom of your spine, extending all the way to the center of the earth. Now as you breathe in, you're going to imagine you draw the breath up from the center of the earth, all the way up through those invisible tree roots, through the bottom of your feet or your spine, all the way up to your spine, to the back of your neck, all the way up to the top of your head. And as you breathe out, imagine the breath slowly coming back down behind your head, your shoulders, your arms, and out from the center of your palms. And again, we're going to breathe and draw the breath up from the center of the earth, through those invisible tree roots, through the bottom of your feet, all the way up, through your spine, all the way to the top of your head. And as you breathe out, imagine the breath slowly coming back down behind your head, your shoulders, your arms, and out from the center of your palms. Very well done. I'm going to do one more time. Breathing in. Draw the breath up from the center of the earth, all the way up to the top of your head. And as you breathe out, just imagine the breath slowly coming back down behind your head, your arms, and out from the center of your palms. Very good. And now I'm just going to invite you to take a moment to tune into your heart center. Your heart center is just in the middle of your chest, as we're talking about the energy center of the heart. And just going through natural breathing rhythm now. Just going to tune into your heart center. And just kind of checking in with yourself without changing anything or fixing anything. Check in with yourself how you feel today. Emotionally, mentally, energetically, physically. Just take this chance to listen. Alright, and now take a deep breath in through your heart center. And a deep breath out. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. All right, so a bonus, if you can do this meditation out in nature and see how that feels. It was really nice. I'm sitting outside here and I can feel the breeze, the breeze. The air, I can hear the sounds of nature around me, and even ants crawling on me. So definitely giving me all the, how do you say it, like all my senses are like heightened, except my visual. All my other senses are heightened, connecting to nature, which is fun. All right, so the key takeaway of this card this week is all about getting grounded. And getting grounded is, of course, number one, the easiest way is connect with nature, whichever way that works for you. And the second meaning of getting grounded is also just being present, in your present moment. We're not thinking about the future and we're not worrying about the past, and we are just, present in the now and in this moment. Meditation can help that. Meditation in nature, like I said, when I could feel the ants crawling, you could feel that definitely completely in the present moment. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this week's soul card reading. As you guys know, October, my friend Sarah and I are running a online course called Harness Your Feminine Power. It's a 30-day journey that we're going to spend together to delve into connecting with our inner female wisdom. And this course is suitable for all women out there, or women who you self-identify yourself as women as well. And for each of the week, we're going to explore 4 feminine archetypes. So the maiden, the mother, the wild woman, and the crone, and we're going to work with their energy every week, and you're going to connect to these energies personally as well. Instead of learning just from the mind, we are really going to delve deep to connect through our heart space, to connect with our soul as well through this channel. And as you guys know as well, if you need help with soul card reading, like I said, sometimes when we're pulling cards for ourselves, maybe we are at a blind spot. So if you need some help or support, I can definitely help you with that. All the details for the soul card reading is below. I just want to let you know also, when I do soul card reading, and there are so many people that do card readings, I think that's great. Same as yoga, there's so many different styles. And for my style, my soul card reading is a two-way conversation. So it's not just about me telling you, I'm going to show you the cards, I'm going to ask, what does you feel, what do you think about the card, how do you think, the message apply to you. So this is my style of a soul card reading. And at the end, we're also going to look at, what's the practical next step that you can take right now to help shift your energy or your perspective. So if you have any questions, of course, feel free to email me or message me through Instagram. And of course, every Sunday I post a soul card reading video, so you're welcome to subscribe or follow my YouTube channel or the Instagram for updates. All right, so thank you so much again for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead to connect with nature, and have a good week. Bye.